Salam, ahlan wa sahlan. Hello, welcome to my lesson today about demonstrative pronouns and determiners in Arabic. Let's go. At the beginning, I would like to briefly review in English the structure of demonstrative pronouns versus determiners, since their order is quite similar to the Arabic ones, keeping in mind that in Arabic they are in a higher specificity for the nature of the noun determined per each demonstrative tool. So let's take an example in English. This is my pen. This pen is mine. This in each sentence is differently used and defined. Another example. Those are her books. Those books are hers. Let's see now the order of my pen, her book in each sentence is changed in the next sentence where it becomes this pen is mine, books are hers. Because this and those in the first sentence per example are actually not the same this and those in the second sentence. In the first sentence, they are demonstrative pronouns. In the second sentences, they are determiners for the noun pen or books. Let's see what's going on here. Studying the demonstrative pronouns first in Arabic, then we will go after that for the determiners. Before going ahead and going into the details of the demonstrative pronouns, I would like to highlight something that I want you to keep in mind. There are some blue in the tables when I'm going to present the demonstrative pronouns. They are not presented in the determiners later. These are so critical for the differences between the demonstrative pronouns versus determiners in Arabic. So just keep these in mind for the highlighted suffixes or infixes with the blue marks. There are points I would like to bold them here when we come to demonstrative pronouns and determiners in general. Point number 1. Originally, the modern standard Arabic, the demonstrative pronouns and determiners rely on the nature of the nouns they are indicating from 4 aspects. If the noun is singular, dual, or plural, whether if the noun is masculine or feminine. Aspect number 3, if it is present, seen, or absent, not seen. Aspect number 4, if it is animated or inanimated. The point number 2, a general concept in Arabic grammar. It's like all the Arabic grammar. When the noun is inanimate, plural, the noun always treated as singular feminine noun. That's why I put here in the table the singular for animate or inanimate, and then under it I put when is plural for inanimate, and it is under the feminine line. So this is so important to know about the whole concept about Arabic grammar when we come to the animate plural nouns. Okay, point number 3, the distance, if it's being seen or not seen, this is important, and also if it's being far or near while it's present. When it's not present, so it's always considered far. Okay, now let's go through one by one for the list of the demonstrative pronouns in every situation here in the table. In Arabic, actually, we are rich in demonstrative pronouns and the way how we demonstrating them. Let's start with the first way. The, the. When there is a slash, separate the slash here in this table between the masculine and feminine. مذكر مؤنث, right? So the, the. Then in the dual, than, tan. In the plural, ula, this is in the modern standard Arabic. For the whole plural, when it is animate only, is ula. But in the spoken dialects, you will hear other things like, for example, dol, dola. They are so common in spoken dialects today. Okay, then we have the same the, or than, tan, ula. But this time we are putting ha at the beginning. This ha is called the attention ha, and it is actually a more respectful way or increase more attention and respect for the things that indicated with the demonstrative pronouns. So هذا, هذه, هذه, هذان, هاتان, هؤلاء if you want to use the modern standard Arabic, and for the spoken dialects, هذول or هذولا. Now let's see the next. The next, it is also the, but this time adding kaf at the end to make it ذاك, ذيك. But this one is more far. So this kaf is giving more distance. So ذاك, ذيك. So adding this kaf al-masafa at the end gives the meaning of being far, either you see it or not. So دانكما, تانكما. This blue here suffix is only for the demonstrative pronouns. If you remember the blue, don't forget the blue. In the determiners, we will not see this blue. دانكما, تانكما. Then أولئكم, أولئكن in the modern standard Arabic, but in the spoken dialects we are using دولار. Honestly, there is also one more can be used for the far, meet, that, or those in English with adding ha in addition. So we say هذاك, هذيك, هذانكما, هاتانكما, هؤلاءكم, هؤلاءكن, هذولاك. But I don't want to make the slide too dense, but just want you to know about this information. So now we are seeing here that when we go from very close to a bit close to far, but we can see all of them. In English, this and that. But in Arabic, this and that for seen, that, far. So that's the order, right? Now let's go for the next one. When we have it far, which is common here, it can be seen or unseen. So we will see ذاك, which is here, the same here, is presented here when it's far, either seen or unseen. ذاك, ذيك, دانكما, تانكما, أولئكم, أولئكن, ذولاك. Then ذلك, تلك, ذلكما, تلكما, ذلكم, تلكم. Or ذولاك similar to the one here. Then هذاك, هذيك, هذالكما, هذالكم, هذالكن, هذولاك, هذولن. The ones between brackets are for today's spoken dialects. There are 3 notes I would like to mention before we move to the examples in the next part. The first note, the dual format of the demonstrative pronouns are not in use anymore in most of the today's spoken dialects for the dual nouns. They are completely replaced with the plural demonstrative pronouns for both animate and inanimate pronouns. Note number 2. The stars here are highlighting the rows for the most commonly used forms in today's spoken dialects. Note number 3. The scrubbed pronouns in the table are not used in today's spoken dialects unless the modern standard Arabic format was purposely used. With this information, let's go through the examples for sentences in Arabic in which we use the demonstrative pronouns formats that are commonly used. I arranged the examples in a way helping you to train your brain to classify the nouns as singular, plural, animate, inanimate every time we are looking for the appropriate demonstrative pronouns until it becomes a second nature. Also, I made sure to place the examples in a consideration for the distance. If it's near, we see it, far, we see it, or far and we don't see it, and for the gender within each group of examples. I mean the gender of the demonstrated nouns. Okay, let's start with the first batch. This is a child, masculine. Then this is a child, feminine. A child is considered animate. It's a human being. هذا طفل. هذه or هذه طفلة. For saying that's a boy, that's a girl. هذا or هذاك ولد. When we see it, use هذا or هذاك. But when we don't see it, we just say هذاك. هذه, هذيك, بنت. Similar concept. The next batch. هذا قلم. This is a pen. قلم as singular format for an inanimate, it is masculine. But مساحة, which is an eraser, is feminine. هذه, هذه, مساحة. هذا, هذاك, كتاب. هذه or هذه for this or that, but we see it and closed, or a little bit far, but we see it. هذيك طاولة. When we say that, which is something far, we see it, or we don't see it, and of course it will be far. Next batch. هؤلاء أطفال. For the modern standard Arabic, for the spoken dialects, هذول, هذولا أطفال. One of them. هؤلاء طفلات. هذول or هذولا طفلات. Masculine, feminine is the same for the plural, animate. Then هؤلاء, هذالكم, أولاد. Depends on the distance for the modern standard, but for the spoken dialect it is هذول or هذولا أولاد or هذولاك أولاد. Similarly for girls, بنات. هؤلاء بنات. هذالكن بنات for modern standard Arabic. هذول, هذولا or هذولاك بنات. The last batch. هذه, هذه أقلام or أقلام if you want to pronounce it in the spoken dialects. هذه, هذه مساحات. هذه or هذه كتب. هذيك كتب. هذه or هذه طاولات. هذيك طاولات. I think you grabbed the concept. Now let's move to the determiners. A quick reminder. In the determiners, we have no more blue. Here I'm going to show you quickly the table summary for the demonstrative pronouns when they are used as determiners. So they are not pronouns anymore, more than they are demonstrative tools that they are coming together in a pair with the noun that they are indicating. So just remember that when we need to use the blue suffix that needed for the demonstrative pronouns is not used here anymore in determiners. Exact same concept for the distance, for the singular, dual, plural, masculine, feminine, animate, inanimate, and the same points about the dual is not used anymore in the spoken dialects.
The stars one are the one highly used in today spoken dialect, and the one are scrubbed. They are only in the middle standard Arabic.
So let's go to the examples. But before that, we have a quick note. In Arabic, the determined nouns by the determiners that follow them immediately, they are called اسم البدل if it's singular or أسماء البدل for the plural. Must be definite all the time, معرف. For example, when we want to say in English, this book is blue, we actually say in Arabic, the book is blue. هذا الكتاب أزرق. Another note, the demonstrated nouns by the demonstrative pronouns can be either indefinite غير معرف if they are demonstrated for the first time, or definite if they have been introduced and or specified in the context when they come. Also, they can be names. Names in Arabic, they are called اسم علم or أسماء العلم. Like for example, when I want to say those are Ali and Sarah, Ali and Sarah here, they are أسماء علم. So in Arabic we say هذولا علي وسارة. Okay, now let's go through the examples for the use of the determiners in Arabic sentences. I put the examples in the same way I put the examples for the demonstrative pronouns so that easy you can make connections. هذا الطفل or ذا الطفل. هذه الطفلة. هذه الطفلة. ذي الطفلة. هذا الولد. ذا الولد. هذاك الولد. ذاك الولد. هذه or ذي البنت. هذيك ذيك البنت. The next batch. هؤلاء الأطفال for the modern standard Arabic spoken dialects. هذولا or ذولا الأطفال. هؤلاء الطفلات. هذولا الطفلات. ذولا الطفلات. هؤلاء الأولاد. هذلكم الأولاد for the modern standard Arabic spoken dialects. هذولا or ذولا الأولاد. هذولاك or ذولاك الأولاد. هؤلاء البنات. هذلكن البنات for the modern standard Arabic, but for the spoken dialects هذولا ذولا البنات. هذولاك ذولاك البنات. The next batch. هذا القلم or ذا القلم. هذه المساحة. هذه المساحة. ذي المساحة. هذا الكتاب or ذا الكتاب. هذاك الكتاب. ذاك الكتاب. هذه or هذه ذي الطاولة. هذيك ذيك الطاولة. The last batch. هذه or ذي الأقلام. هذه ذي المساحات. هذه الكتب. هذه الكتب ذي الكتب. هذيك or ذيك الكتب. هذه or ذي الطاولات. هذيك ذيك الطاولات. Okay, now we arrive to a so important and believe it is a critical informative slide about the demonstrative pronouns and determiners in Arabic. Here I'm putting important notes to wrap up the lesson about the widely used demonstrative pronouns and determiners in Arabic generally speaking, either modern standard Arabic or today's spoken dialects. So as you see here, these are the commonly used determiners or demonstrative pronouns, keeping in mind that the determiners, they don't have the blue ones here, right? These are the blue suffixes I'm highlighting here. They are only for the pronouns, the demonstrative pronouns, not the determiners. So they are off in the determiners. They are arranged here for singular, feminine, masculine, each, and from close to far. And here plural, similar way. So the second point I would like to mention is that the one are scrubbed here are used only in the modern standard Arabic. They are not used in spoken dialects. The third point is that everything we see with the letter the in all these demonstrative pronouns is commonly replaced with the letter da in spoken dialects, not all of them. Like for example, in the standard Saudi Arabic, we use them exactly as they are without any changing in the letter da. But in some dialects in Saudi Arabia, like for example Hijazi, some south region of Saudi Arabia, and some regions in Yemen, Levantine, Egypt, and surrounding areas, they replace it with the letter dal. So let's see how that look like. For example, in the Hijazi, like if you want to say it in English, Hijazi, which is Mecca, Al-Madinah, Jeddah, all the modern spoken dialects in Hijazi area, they use all these forms without any exceptions, except the one that removed or scrapped just only in the modern standard Arabic, but they say da, di, de, hada, hadi, hada, hadika, hadak, hadola, dolak. So they replaced the dal with dal. Not all of them, but most of the Hijazi dialects. In the Levantine Arabic is the same thing, but in the Levantine Arabic, they use only the form with ha. They don't use the form without ha. So you will hear hada, hadi, or hadak, hadola, hadolak. In Egyptian is the opposite. They are using only the form without ha. So da, di, dola, dolak. Extra, in the Levantine Arabic, sometimes they even remove dal and dal. They don't replace it with anything. They just remove the dal and in the feminine format. So now let's see in summary how the demonstrative pronouns and determinants look like in the Levantine Arabic, which is in Syria, Lebanon, some area of Palestine, Iraq, some area of them, not all of them, and Jordan. So they say hada, hadi, or hi for feminine. They don't even keep the dal. They just remove it, and when they remove it, it's the alif is extended. So hi, hadol, hadola, hadolak, hadak, hadik, or even they say hek. So that in the Levantine. In the Egyptian and some Yemeni, they say da, di, da, dola, dolak, dak, dik. So now let's go to see something else about the today spoken dialects. In some Gulf areas, like in the east of Saudi Arabia, major parts of Iraq, in Kuwait, Qatar, and some regions of south of Saudi Arabia and Yemeni area, they keep saying the same letters, but they change how thick they pronounce. Like for example, if you go to the east area of Saudi Arabia, they say the, hada, ذاك. They make it thick. In some south of Saudi Arabia and Yemeni, they make it delicate or like very softer and shorter. The, هذا, هذه, ذاك, ذيك. One more thing that in the feminine format, they switch the ka when there is a ka to something else. Like for example, here, they don't say ذيك, they say ذيكا. For example, in some south of Saudi Arabia dialects and Yemeni, or even some north of Saudi Arabia, you can hear dhika or dhish or dhich or dhij. So in Iraq, for example. So expect that you hear some change on the kaf when we are talking about the far feminine, but that not in the masculine format, or expect a change when on the dal, to hear it like dal, or even is not present, like for example in the Levantine feminine, they even remove it. Yeah, that's all the information I wanted to mention, and now I'm going to the last part of this lesson, which is an example for a quick dialect. I will go through this example 2 times. The first time in modern standard Arabic, the second time in my own dialect, which is the standard Saudi Arabian dialect. So let's go. مريم، هذا الصندوق خاص بالملفات؟ لا سارة، هذا خاص بالكتب. تمام. هذه الكتب لمن؟ هذه كتب نورة. or هذه الكتب لنورة. جيد. تمام. تلك أقلامك؟ لا، تلك أقلام أختي. or تلك الأقلام لأختي. تمام. ما هذه هنا؟ هذه صناديق لأوراق العمل. Now we will repeat the same example but in my own dialect. Let's go. مريم، هذا الصندوق حق الملفات؟ لا سارة، هذا حق الكتب. طيب هذه الكتب تبع مين؟ هذه كتب نورة. or هذه الكتب لنورة. أوكي، طيب هذيك أقلامك؟ لا هذيك أقلام أختي. or لا هذيك الأقلام لأختي. طيب إيش هذا هنا؟ هذه صناديق لأوراق العمل. Yep, we arrived to the end of this lesson. In the next lesson, we are going to study the articles in Arabic language. So stay tuned. Before closing, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumb up if you like it and found it useful, share it with friends and family who are interested in learning Arabic, write in the comment section your question, your opinion, and everything that concerns you about learning Arabic. I will return to you as soon as I find them. And please follow me on my page on Instagram, Learn Arabic with Hana. I will be so happy to follow me there. شكرا على المشاهدة. Thank you for watching. مع السلامة. Goodbye.